Hi viewers, I'm Paul Dvorak, editor of Windpower Engineering and Development Magazine. Welcome to the Windpower 2014 here in beautiful Las Vegas. I'm with David Veach. He's the Renewable Energy and Energy Storage Application Director with S&C Electric. David, thank you for taking time out of your busy show to talk with us about some of the products here.
Absolutely, good to be with you, and we're glad to be here at the show this week.
Thank you, David. Hey, we stopped to talk about this switch for a little bit. And it's pretty big for a switch that most people think of, but it has an important role. Give us a little rundown on its application and maybe what's a little bit different about it than a conventional switch that you'd find in a wind turbine.
Well, this is a switch for, it's called our Wind-Turbine Vista Switch. So it's an SF6 gas-insulated disconnect switch. It goes into the base of a turbine, and so it's a very typical common, a Vista lineup of switchgear is a very common lineup of switchgear for us. This is unique that this was really developed with wind turbine in mind, and it's designed to go in the base of a wind turbine that comes down tower at 35 kV, 34.5 kV, and this was designed to actually go in and out of the door of the wind turbine. So if it needs to come out for maintenance, or if they're moving around or doing something, it can come out of the door of the turbine and then go back into the door of the turbine.
What about before this switch was available? Where would the switch have been placed?
Pretty commonly it would go next to the turbine, and you still see that in some applications, but that would require a separate pad and different additional cabling. This allows the cabling to come straight down tower into this switch and then out from there to your collector feeder.
All right, so you eliminated a pad and some additional housing on outside of the turbine. All right, that's very good. All right, you've got some other stuff here too that we should look at, don't you?
Sure, yeah, we've got a number of different things we're talking about here in the show. We can look at that as well.
All right, let's go over here. All right, David, we're in front of some other switchgear that you'd likely find on a wind turbine, on a wind farm. Give us a little introduction to it and the significance of this equipment.
Sure, absolutely. This is what we call our System VI Switchgear. So basically this becomes the entire substation of a wind farm here contained in a box in one lineup of switchgear, really fitting in a sweet spot up to maybe about 60, 70 megawatts size wind farm. So a little bit smaller wind farm than a lot that we see, but still a lot of wind farms out there that size. And it has some advantages, just big picture talking about it. It reduces the footprint of the substation. It puts it in one complete enclosed package, and it also greatly reduces cost. It reduces lead time. It reduces on-site construction, because this comes out of our factory, manufactured, put together, tested, and all it needs to be done is placed on a pad and then some terminations made, and it's ready to go. And so what it does is it combines, so this front end here is another piece of system, or another piece of Vista switchgear. So it's a typical, what we did is we married up our Vista switchgear, which again is an SF6 gas insulated switchgear at 35 kV, to a typical air brake switchgear lineup as well. And so what this is, so you would have 3 collection feeders coming into this at 35 kV into this switchgear. So this is a 3-way Vista, whereas the turbine Vista was a 1-way Vista. So this has 3 ways coming in, and then it goes from here into these next bays that we can look at here as well.
All right, let's move over here for a little bit, because you got to appreciate the size of this. Now, viewers, this might look big, but there is some relative smallness to this size, and there's some significance to it as well. David, can you continue on about the advantages of this piece of equipment? Yeah,
so as I was saying, it comes in on the front end there through the Vista switchgear, and then we basically have 3 bays of gear here. So you've got your transformer batteries, you've got metering bays that contain meters and relays, basically replaces what would be in a control house. So there's that elimination of the control house, puts it all in-house here, which reduces a lot of cost on building a whole separate control house, and then another disconnect switch there, which would then go out to your main power transformer. So again, you've got one basically piece of switch gear, one lineup substation, and so this would, in a typical conventional design, this might take 3 times the footprint of this. So as you said, this is a small for what it does and what function it serves at a wind farm.
Thank you very much, David. Now, if people want more information on this equipment, where can they look?
They can just come to snc.com and see all of our product literature and videos there.
Excellent. Thank you very much, David.